Hello guys and welcome back. We are now going to look at Ballymoon Castle, and I have to say that when I did my first drive through this map, there are several unique elements to this map that I have not yet seen in other maps, and hopefully I will be able to recall where all those are and point them out to you all as we go around the map. So let's go ahead and jump on in here. We'll pick up our John Deere Gator like we normally do. We'll pull up the log. You'll see that we have some fabric scripts loading, and there we go. So we've got a clean log on load up. Here we are at our farm. Let's go ahead and take a look at the map. So we've got kind of a heart-shaped small map. This is not a full-size map, and they've gone and we've got arrows drawn to lots of things. So overall, it's pretty well laid out with respect to being able to find things. Let's take a look and see how many fields we own. So it looks like we start by owning field 18. There is a fair bit of grass around the map that we can mow, and I'll try to point out those areas when we get to them. But as far as what fields we start out with one field and one field only. So this map has our standard crop types, and even though we've started this map on hard mode, we have a fair bit of crop in our silos, which is rather unique. Typically on hard mode we start with no crops. So we have two main sell points for our grain, and some random sell points for other products on the map. We do have a leased item on this map, so I want to point out that this coon windrow is leased. Okay, so everything else on this map is owned, and it is all fairly new. Let's take out a loan. Alrighty, so here we have all three animals on this map. We don't start with any. And our silo has a capacity of 250,000 liters. Alright, so let's take a look at this starting equipment. So we start with two tractors, 130 and 145 horsepower respectively. Front loader arms and a bucket. We have the small case harvester with grain header, two small tippers, cultivator, the little old seeder here. We have a slurry tank, slurry spreader, the side sling mower, the small forage wagon, our pickup truck, our water tank, and our animal transport trailer. And like I said, this windrower is leased, so just be aware of that. So let's lease up our Gator for our tour. And let's take a look at the shop. I did this the first time I looked around. I don't think the Gator spawns at the shop. It doesn't. So where is our Gator at? Oh, it does. Oh, I remember now. Alright, so this is an instance of things being close to the border of the map not appearing if it's zoomed all the way out. So there we are. Okay, there's our Gator. But if we zoom out, you see it disappears. Okay, so if we zoom in a couple clicks, there it is. Let's hit reset and reset that back. And it resets back to the farm. We're just going to go ahead and jump on in it, and this is where we start. So our reset point is right by our career start point. So everything on this map is labeled for the most part. So this is water, and we have to buy water out of here. So this is not free water. So most of the doors that we run across are going to open on this map. Those doors did not really appear as if they would open because they kind of had a low-grade texture to them, kind of indicating that that was a static building. But these doors do open. And I would encourage you to try every door on this map because it will probably open. And a lot of the buildings, a lot of the structures on this map, from reading the FS UK forum thread about this map's development, are handmade or basically custom made for this map. There are not a lot of textures that are being reused from other maps. We're going to go ahead and open these up. They kind of creak open. And we've got an interesting graphic down there. There are nuggets on this map, so just so that you're aware. Alright, so that door doesn't open. So let's, we've got another little farmhouse up here. Let's get back over here. So here's our chickens. We heard them clucking. Just in case we didn't know what they were, we have a chicken in English and we have an icon, a chicken picture. So here we have our chickens. I don't see any eggs in here. Alright, better close our door on the way out. So let's take a look on around here. We've got our starting equipment stored over here. There is our leased windrower. And here we have 2 silage pits. There we have our side sling mower. Here we have a fuel point. Now down here, this is rather interesting. We kind of go down this slope, and I am thinking this is where the manure comes for the cows. It's not marked, but I'm just thinking that's the manure pit. I like this drain grate down here, so you can kind of hose down the manure pit once you clean it out, maybe. Alright, so let's come back up around here. Like I said, there is nuggets on this map, and there won't be any issue getting all 10 to show the to find the rest. I will avoid them because I don't want to clutter up the PDA. So this is a real interesting deal. This is where the liquid manure pit is, and you'll see here there's a pipe and a switch. So let me try to get to where I can activate this switch and see this pipe at the same time. So you see it switches out. So when you want to draw liquid manure out, you need to activate the switch to swing that pipe back out. So I thought that was a really nice element to the map. Here we have, when this door opens, we have the inside gate that swings automatically. That's pretty cool. And I believe this is where you will put your straw. So we have here offloading of straw. So there we go. Here we have feeding of cows and feeding and water of cows. So we'll be able to bring our water trough or water tank in here to fill with water and to fill with TMR or whatever. Alrighty. So here we have our milk parlor, and I want to show you this. We have a milk chamber, so let's go on in here. And look, there's another nugget. Let's go on in here. You see when that door opens, these 2 gates close, which will allow us to come down in here into our milk parlor pit area. And that's of course where you hook up the suckers to the cows. And if we go up here and we activate it, you'll see that those two gates open, and a gate here closes to basically allow the cows to come around and obviously not get through that door or get down into here. So I thought that was really cool. It's something that lots of people will probably never notice on this map unless they take the time to go around and just click in on things. This is also something I wanted to show you. So we've got 3 switches here. One marked roof windows. So let me activate that. And you see the roof windows opening up to let some air in. Okay. One's marked lights. So obviously that turns on lights. And one of these is marked curtains. So let's get to a position where we can see and activate our curtains. So you see the curtains sliding down and moving out to expose more windows. They're also sliding down on the sides. So I really like that aspect of the map. So over here we have this is our grass trough for our cows. This is storage, as you can see, as is this spot. So we're going to get back to these in a moment. I see Grandpa Gaming in the house. So we're gonna swing past some of this stuff so I can come back around and show you all. So here we've got some little baby calves in their little baby calf pens. We've got some static cows just over here. Okay. Alright, so let's take a look at this cool little deal. Here we have a Forage Mix Station. Alright, so let's, if y'all haven't seen this, watch this. So let's click this, and this whole thing slides out. And now we have markers on the ground. So we load silage from this side. We load straw and grass from this side. Okay. And we get forage out of our pipe here. And then when this screen's running, obviously we'll have some information. So I thought that was pretty slick. When we're not doing it, we can click this and everything just closes up and goes back away. So this is for storage. And there's our harvester. Alright, so here is our silos. So we store wheat, barley, canola, sunflower, corn, and soybeans here. Okay, and again we click this little trigger to switch the pipe out, and that's where we will get our grain from when we are extracting it from the silo. And now over here we have, this is a fermentation silo, so we'll put grass and chaff in here, and we'll get our silage out of that pipe. Alright, the fun doesn't end. The fun doesn't end, guys. This is super slick too. This says dealer, the delivery cows and pickup cows. So let's activate this and see what happens. So when we activate this, the gate raises and our trigger comes up. Now we can buy cows. So there we go. So let's drop the gate so we don't have any escape. And there we have our cows. Again, these gates all open. We have more vehicle storage in here. So here we have where we can buy fertilizer and seed. Okay. We do have on the map a place to make fertilizer and seed, but it is not here at the farm. So this will store grass, silage, forage, straw, potatoes, and sugar beets. And again, we have our trigger to move the pipe. Okay. And here we can store, wait, is it the same thing over here? loading storage, loading storage. That's kind of so. I think you store here, and I think that sign is just incorrect. This should probably say that's probably loading, and this should probably say unloading or something. So that is basically the main farm, which is our cattle farm. I think it's a pretty cool setup overall. Lots of cool little interactive elements to the farm. All right. So let's take a look, and what we're going to do is we're going to go around the map in a clockwise direction. So we're going to shoot across the street to our pigs. I thought I had unmarked that. Okay. So we're going to shoot across the street to get to our pigs. So as you can see, we have a Sawmill, animal market, and Biogas Plant to our left. Main farm here. Alright, so this is our pig farm. We've got some storage buildings here. Again, try every door on this map because it will probably open. Let's see, does this door open? Indeed it does. I'm like the bad neighbor that opens all your doors and never closes them. Alright, so let's go around here to our pigs. So here we have our pig feeding. So we want to come in here, and this is where we will put our pig food. There we have a fuel depot. I believe this is, I think we'll see on the back here, this is where we we water our pigs and offload straw on this side. There we have our manure and our slurry pit. And this little interesting machine here will make pig food, but somehow the only ingredient it needs is either sugar beet or potatoes, or maybe it's sugar beet and potatoes. I'm not really sure. If we look at the F1 screen, it says says resources, basically potatoes, sugar beet. So I'm thinking it takes one or the other, and somehow through the magic of this machine, it makes pig food out of just sugar beets or potatoes. So that's pretty slick. I think that makes keeping pigs a lot easier, so you don't have to make you don't have to have 4 or 5 different crops. So what I do need to find, oh, here it is. And this is where we will buy our pigs. So we don't have the cool triggered animation from our cow area, but it's very similar. We have an offloading ramp for our pigs. And what's really sad about this map is the amount of space that we have for our piggies. So we've got a whole lot of piggies in this little space, and that's all the space they get. It's pretty sad. Oh, we do have a silage bunker right here. Not really sure why you'd have a silage bunker at a pig farm, but it can carry over to your cows. Alright. So again, we're going to try to drive like this, but I cannot vouch that I'm going to be able to do much good with it. given the fact that I think a lot of these field or the roads are tree lined. So here we can see our fields. Let's go ahead and stop and take a look at some of these field sizes and prices. So field 14 is 4.21 hectares. Let's take a look at the size. Field 14 is a modest sized field. It's not the largest, but it's also not the smallest. Field 9 is 4.45 hectares, $360,000. Field 15, where is that at? Or we already were at field 15. Yeah, we were already there. Alright, I think field 14 is the biggest. We will try field 13 and 14 when we get around to them. Alright, here's 13. Let's go ahead and check it out. So field 13 is 6.1 hectares, almost $500,000. So I'm going to point out something here in a moment that'll get you access to a whole bunch of grass. So down here, let's back up, because the other thing I don't like about that view is we don't really see the street signs. So here we have Sawmill. So the Sawmill is this way. Let's get out and open our gate. And our Sawmill is that way. But I'm going to go this way for a moment, because we've got this little gravel drive that comes down here to this gate that basically says no vehicles past this point. Oh, we just teleported through the gate. And we now have access. We don't have planted grass right here, but we do have grass in patches back here. So this is kind of still on the map, but because the map border is over there. But if you can find some grass in here, this is all basically free grass for you. Free grass to do what you need with respect to your cows and your sheep. So this is one of the places where you can come to get yourself some free grass, because there aren't any collisions on that gate. So let's make our way back around here to the Sawmill. Everybody duck so we don't take our heads off. There we go. Alright, so this is the Sawmill. And as you can see, we have again marked very well, very clearly, wood chip sale here. And if we go around the back, we have our log sell point right there, clearly marked. So that is one thing that this map definitely has going for it, is it clearly marks just about everything on the map. So this map is based in Ireland, as you can see by the map PDA image. Here we have county, I guess that's County Carlow, Ireland. Alright, and we've got something really weird going on over here. Not sure if this is supposed to be like a gas line break or something. But we've got something going on coming up out of here, out of the road. So it's probably best that we not go that way. So we're going to drive through this little forested area. As you can see, we do have traffic on this map. They're on that road in particular. Alright, so that's just a... So here we have another little interesting tidbit is no collision on the fence. Welcome to some more free grass. Ignore those antennas. They're just levitating there for no reason. But you need some grass, just teleport through this fence. It's a magical fence that lets you drive through it. Alright, so here we have a sell point. This particular sell point is the grain mill that accepts all of our crops, including sugar beets and potatoes. And what was it? It was field 14 that we wanted to look at. Right, so we're not quite there. We got like a little camp yard there. So we've got a fair bit of grass off to our... Let's jump in here and read what the sign says. Ballymoon Castle, so we'll take a look at that. Oh, you bugger. I'm just exploring here, okay? Give me a minute. This particular road will take us back to our main farm. So we can also come out the back of the farm and come out to this road here. And there's a fair bit of grass up here to the left that we can actually get to. There's a gate up here. So we don't have to do much trickery to get to this grass. So gate up here. Here you go. So we come around here, and here we are into this big old grass area for all your grass needs. And we're gonna check out the castle here. So here we have our castle ruins. Not much going on here. Sadly, it looks like the only thing left of the castle is our gold nugget. Let's grab our nugget and get the heck out of here. Alright, so we're coming up to transport seed, transport wool, and transport sell point. And I can tell you that basically if you haven't found all 10 nuggets by the time you get to this area, you will easily have more than 10 nuggets by the time you're out of there. They are all over the place. So there won't be any problems. You think this guy's having himself a good time here? I think he is. Alright. So, this is our wool buy point. If we weren't sure. Like I said, check all the doors. Everything opens. I don't know why you would want this, but there's tons of storage here. All of these doors open up. There's a nugget. I'm not going to get it. I don't want to clutter up my screen. There's a nugget. I'm not going to pick it up. I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a little hint. Oh, nugget. Give you another little hint. Oh, nugget. Alright. That's like 4 right there. I'm not going to spoil the fun for anybody that wants to find nuggets. I won't point out any more. Let's just say if you can't find 10 nuggets in this little area, then you haven't been looking. Alright, so here we have a tip point. This is for our grain, because we are at transport where they sell grain. Oh, this is the first door we found that doesn't actually open. Alright, let's alright, let's go around the back. We got, oh, right there. Right here in front, this is where we sell bales. What is our bale sell point? Oops. And what do we got going on there? We got something going on here. Oh. This is where they will sell fertilizer and seed. Oh, this is where they buy fertilizer and seed. Is that right? It's not marked, but the way this looks, this is where you will sell fertilizer and seed that you make. Not really sure what price you'll get for it, but looks like they buy it. Alright, we're going to turn around here and head up to our sheep area. I will entice you all in chat that we will be looking at a map tonight that is designed around Eastern Canada. So we're not looking at all European maps. I saw something on a picnic table. Oh, now this I like. So I don't know if you all just saw that. Let me jump out. We got ourselves a crooked telephone pole. Love it. I love it. I made a suggestion to a map author once online that when they were putting in the fence, they should put every so often they should put some fence posts that are kind of leaning. And he basically balked at that, saying that wasn't going to work because of how things lined up. But I just like seeing things not perfectly perpendicular. You know, you drive around real life, you're going to see poles that are leaning, you're going to see fence posts that aren't quite straight, either because they weren't put in the ground straight, maybe something bumped into them and made them lean, maybe when they were driving the fence post down they hit a big rock and they just kind of angled it off to the side because that's the only way they can get it in. So there's where our pallets of wool will spawn. We have a water point, I believe, over here, and this is where we will buy our sheep. Okay, so here we have our sheep, and I have to say I think the author of this map likes sheep more than they like pigs, because the sheep have quite a fair bit of room to run around in. as compared to the 10 square feet that our pigs had. Alright, we'll go in here. We got a trigger for our curtains. And you probably can't hear that, but there's like a clock ticking when you activate that. You probably can't hear that in the stream. That's where we will feed our sheep. Is where we will water our sheep. We got a little bit of storage here related to things we might need to keep our sheep going. And some storage building here. I tried my darndest to get in this office, but the door won't open. We can go up here and check out this little loft area. So here we have storage. I guess you could tip something in here if you wanted to. Maybe you could tip grass in there to store for your sheep. I didn't try this last time. Okay. Alright. Let's go down here and we will turn around. Alright, and we'll continue our drive around. Make our way down to the shop, the biogas plant, and then the animal market, and then we'll call this map done. So here we have a buy point for eggs. We have a traffic circle. So we got another large field of grass off here to our side that we can get into. Alright, so here we have our shop. And I'm thinking that we have a little bit of an error here. Because we've got an icon here. And this icon talks about seed and fertilizer. But there's no seed or fertilizer anywhere around. There's no triggers anywhere around. Other than the trigger for the seed and fertilizer icon. So I'm not really sure what that icon is there for, but did not make sense to me when I was looking at it before. So here we have our vehicle shop. Here we have our customization and sell icon, and this would be what I would suppose would be the customization and sell trigger. Alright. Rather fancy gates for a agricultural dealer, if you ask me. Alright, so we're going to go to the animal market and biogas plant. Here we have a water fill point, it looks like. It says water buying, so this is not free water. Oh, you know, we didn't check something out. Do these have collisions? Oh, they do. I thought since our fences didn't have collisions, maybe maybe the poles didn't either, but they do. Alright, so our biogas plant is up here on the left, or up here on the right, I should say. Oh, I'm hitting the gate. Alright, so we have 3 BGA bunkers, or silage bunkers, right here. Chaff. Chaff. And more chaff. So here we have our Silo King. Where, might you ask, is our Silo King? There it is. That's pretty cool. Some of the animation is a little off because there's some collisions with the lid and things, but that's pretty neat. Let's recess the Silo King back down. Let's bring it back up. That's pretty neato there. And then we have our digestate tank right here. Okay. Oh, and like I said, these doors work. There we go. So if you try a door, it will probably work. Alright, let's head on down to the animal dealer. So I really think this is something, but it's not showing up in an F1 menu or anything. There's no trigger here, but it really looks like it could be something. That door doesn't work. Grass cell. So we would come in here and dump grass, hay or straw, and sell it. So over here we have our seed and fertilizer production facility. So we will dump liquid manure and solid manure in here, and we'll get fertilizer out there. We'll dump in wheat, canola, sunflower, soybean, or barley, one of those 5, and we will get seeds out over here. So there you go. And over here we can sell our forage that we make down at the main farm. Now let's go around here, and this is the last cool little thing I want to show you guys, and that'll close out this particular map. But you know, let's come in here and sit down and wait until we have a cow that we want to buy. All right, we figured out what we want to buy, and we want to come down here and click mouse and watch outside. So now we see our trigger pop up, and we see our loading ramp, and now we get our animal buy dialog that we can buy animals. If we go in here and click it again, you'll see everything goes back, and we come out here and we can't buy our animals anymore. So that's pretty cool. That's the last little trick that I know about on this map. So we're about to close this map out. Thank you guys for watching. We will be right back. Give me about 2 minutes to reset the stream and set up for the next map. I'll go in and I'll change out the description and do a couple other things real quick, and we will be right back.